right? No.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Parsha Wine Pairing with Davi and David. We missed Davi for a week or two or so, 2 weeks.
Yes.
But we couldn't make it 3 weeks because that would be a chazaka. So he's back.
We don't want to do that.
No, I need a sidekick, or you need a sidekick, whoever's sidekick.
And you told me there was going to be a really special wine today.
A really special wine, that is true. So before we get to the wine, let's tell everybody what this week's Parsha is. This week's Parsha is Parshat Metzora.
Wow.
Last week was Tazria, talks about Metzora, but this week is Metzora, which also talks about Metzora. As a matter of fact, this week talks more about the purification process, and it's kind of a long process that kind of goes in to purify the Metzora. It involves 2 birds, some spring water, an earthen vessel.
And what are they?
This is some hyssop, some cedar wood,
Tell me
some
what the
scarlet
Metzora
thread.
is. You gotta explain it to the novice.
It's commonly mistaken for leprosy, but it's
A little different?
It's a little different.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an exact translation.
Have you ever had it?
Not that I'm aware of.
How is it transmitted?
I vaccinate. So,
You vaccinate. Oh, okay.
so I'm good. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Some scarlet thread, hyssop, cedar wood. Sounds like tasting notes for a wine.
That's amazing.
But there's a bunch of things they put together in an earthen vessel with 2 birds and some spring water, and it's a potion that cures the Metzora.
Wow.
And
It's like one of those natural remedies.
yeah, just one of them. But for Metzora, that's the only one. That's the purification process. So I don't know too much more about it. So stop asking me questions.
Yeah.
But it's all in this week's Parsha. The important thing is, aside from the week's Parsha, the important thing is that you have the right wine to pair with this week's Parsha. And what we've chosen this week to pair with the Parsha is the Tzora Judean Hills Red. This is a fantastic wine. We're going to go ahead and try it. And it's hard to find a good wine to pair with Metzora. So I went with a bit of a pun here. I don't even know if it's a pun because it's just kind of the same word
bad?
chopped off.
Okay.
Tzora, Metzora, close enough. For me, it worked.
Metzora.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're generally pretty good with puns. I get it
It's
that it
not
was
so much
that
of
it was
a pun, it's just like
it was
the
a
same-
difficult week. Listen, we'll give it
It
to
was
you.
difficult.
It's a great wine, so I'm happy that
yeah.
you are really bad at puns because
Yeah,
now
so
we
now you
have
get to
a
try
wine.
this wine. And while we're talking about Tzora, we actually got a shipment in yesterday. So we'll be drinking the 2016. We now have the 2017 available.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, that's in. And especially for everyone watching this week's Parsha Wine Pairing, we released some of the Misty Hills that we have. We have 7 bottles in stock.
Wow.
That stuff is super allocated. It's 1 per customer maximum. There's
So-
no discounts
and
on it.
I'd
or
say
anything.
by the end of today, it's gone.
It's
So,
got
yeah.
that stuff moves,
One
and it's
bottle per
very
customer.
it's very hard to get. We barely get any of that wine. I've never had it because it's always for the customers, but that's supposed to be really, really fantastic. Hard to find special wine. So while we're talking about Tzora wines, check out the website. Get the Tzora you want.
Misty Hills is the name.
It's the Misty Hills. Yeah, it's super allocated. That we only have a few bottles left, and it's
And
1 per
I
customer.
think it got rated. It's one of the highest rated. It got a 94, 95 Parker a couple of years ago.
Probably, yeah.
It's a crazy wine.
And Ilan Pick, who's the winemaker at Tzora, is the only master of wine in Israel.
Wow.
There's only a couple hundred of them in the world, and when Ari gets a certification, there'll be a couple hundred plus one, couple hundred and change plus one, I should say. But until then, there's only a couple of hundred and change, and Ilan Pick is one of them. So you're talking about a fantastic wine individual, and I don't know him personally, but I'm sure he's a fantastic individual outside of the wine space. And he makes fantastic wine. So this is
Great.
a special treat. Let's go ahead
Let's go to
without
work.
further ado. Chaim.
What do you think?
So I think it's a big wine. And it's also Shabbos Hagadol this week, so we had to pair it with a big wine for Shabbos Hagadol. That's another play on words there. Got some chocolate. I'm getting a lot of fruit.
I mean,
More fruit
super
than I,
dark, almost like inky fruit a little bit.
but more fruit than I was expecting from when I think of his wines. I think of more Bordeaux style wines, but this one has Syrah in it, so
Right.
that's not your
Give it-
typical Bordeaux style, and that's probably where a lot of the fruit is coming from. There's also 20% Petit Verdot.
Right.
And I've experienced a lot more Petit Verdot notes on wines that have a lot lower percentage. So I don't know if it's just more ripe when the...
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I think about this wine is like I was expecting a bit longer finish. I feel like it's like it kind of falls a little flat in terms of it's just, you know, it's a big mouthful and then like it just drops right away. It doesn't linger long enough for me.
on the finish?
Yeah. All told, I mean, decent wine.
It's good wine.
Yeah.
I think also it needs to open up and needs to age. These wines develop with some time. I see what you're saying about the finish, but there's still got good tannins on there, good acid. This is a wine that will improve with age.
Definitely.
Also didn't let it decant or breathe too much. So
Right. So we'll come back to this around an
super
hour or
close.
so, see what happens.
Later
but
today, this is going to be fantastic, or even
I'm
tomorrow.
looking forward. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward.
So I'm very much looking forward to finishing
So
this
tell
bottle.
me how you've been spending your past couple of weeks. Are you busy?
Actually, it's been pretty relaxing for me. I did a lot of preparations early on, so I've been, no, I'm kidding. It's been really busy. This is the busiest time of year, and this is the only break I get to take the whole week is to drink a little bit of wine on Parsha wine pairing. Ari's keeping us busy. For all those of you who are going to Florida, there's a special program going on. Ari's going to be there, so don't forget to say hi.
Right, and you can order it and get it delivered down a little pickup location in Florida, which is great.
You can order and ship to destination in Orlando specifically, but there's other places as well. Wherever you happen to be going, you can
Right.
order your wine. We'll ship it there for you, and it will arrive on the date that you request.
It's also really important that people check the website to know exactly the dates, where they're located. You know, you're living in New Jersey and versus California, what the locations
Yeah,
are.
the deadlines are coming up. Obviously, we're a week plus a day away, so if you want to make sure you get your wine on time, there's a banner at the top of the website. You can click there for more information. We're trying to message very clearly where you can ship to get and for when your package will arrive. But if you have any questions, call customer service. Check out the map there. All the information is there, but we're happy to answer any questions. I know that today there was a bit of a cutoff, so people on the
Right,
West
West
Coast,
Coast.
we can ship it tomorrow or later today, but we can't guarantee the arrival because we try to make sure that it'll get there by Wednesday because we don't know what time UPS delivers on Friday, if it's going to be before Yontif starts or not. But for those people, we still have an option. We have a specific amount of wines that we kept on the West Coast that we will ship from the West Coast. It's just limited SKUs, limited wines. But we still have an option for you. So nobody's out. And then there's always expedited shipping. You can get 3-day select, second day, and make sure you get stuff on time. Hey, Eli Shiran. We got Eli
By the way,
Shiran
there's so many
watching.
people watching, but then for some reason, like on our little interface over here, as soon as Eli Sharon pops up, it just like it takes over the whole screen. Can you explain? I don't get
Eli
that.
Shiran special, and we have special notifications for when Eli pops in, so we make sure we only say good things.
Right.
The only wine better than Tzora is Shiran wine.
There you go.
Right,
All
Eli?
right. Well, we got to get back to work because we got to get people their wine in time. And
That's true,
they
but
need us.
before we go, let's just say next week, although we don't have the traditional Torah portion reading, we will be pairing next week's Shabbos meal with Zaycon Exodus.
That is
And
amazing.
If you don't know
So,
the connection,
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Tell me what the connection is between. I'll have to wait till next
week,
to
but
know what the Exodus has to do with Passover.
yeah, you can to figure out what the Exodus has to do with Passover. Tune in next week Thursday. But this will be the wine that we're going to feature next week, and try next week. So there's that. But for this week, don't forget that any Tzora will do if you want to go with Tzora. But that was the best we can come up with. So to make up for a weak connection, we got a good wine. Don't forget to order all your wines, and also check out all our garage wines, right, Ellie? We have a banner on the homepage, discounts, new wines, fantastic stuff, and they make great wines for the Seder, especially the Shiran Soprano, which I'm going to have this Pesach along with other ones, but that one specifically, that's my favorite.
I think it's a safe bet that whenever there's an event, you're going to be having the Shiran Soprano. So,
I always have
Pesach aside.
that's like one of my go-to wines. So that's basically it. So don't forget to order all your stuff on time so that you get it on time. Check out our messaging about when to order and when it will arrive. And don't forget, we have stuff on the West Coast for all you guys who missed the deadline, which was 12/15.
On the West Coast.
Eastern time on the West Coast. But most states we're still shipping to and will still get there on time. And even the West Coast, it may arrive on Friday, but I just can't guarantee any specific times. All our guarantees are for Thursday next week, so that you don't have to worry about signing after Yom Tov starts.
It's not as stressful enough. We choose to try and take all the stress points out.
Yeah, we're giving ourselves a little leeway. And I know Ellie's good friends with Elon Pick, so if anyone has any questions about Elon, just message, tag Ellie Sharon.
Or just ask Elon Pick. You can probably find
but
him
if they
on
don't
Facebook.
know, if they can't find it, right here, Ellie's right here. He commented, respond to his comment and ask him all your questions. But I know Elon's.
In fact, Ellie can answer any questions that you have about anything.
About wine.
Wine, any life, psychology, being a
law,
therapist.
Law. He's a
All
lawyer.
right. Enough jokes. Time to get back to work.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching live from Kosherwine.com. It's David and Dovey wishing you a good Shabbos and have fun ordering your wine.